Yes. Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. This camera just did not adjust. That's awesome. That's great fun. And the subtitles aren't working. That's always good fun. Let's try and deal with the camera first. Hello. Maybe I should actually turn on my lights. That might help things a little bit. And I'm pink. Brilliant. Why does it always do this? Just gonna have to use the auto white balance. I mean, why? Why does it insist on making me pink? That's a bit better. That's a bit more realistic. Albeit still pink. Bring down the colour intensity a bit. There we go. Excuse me. But yes. Hello, family, friends, fans, fellow adventurers. First things first. You've probably noticed this isn't Zelda. Stream title kind of gives it away a little bit. Just bear with me. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of kissing ass. And also knee my desk tray. Just bear with me. Where is that channel gone? There it is, self-promotion. Yes, cool. Hello. Hi. We're not just having a silent stream today. That would be bad. Why have we got... Does anyone else see a second banner? Why is the banner moved? Sir, why have you moved yourself? Torches banner.png. Why is that? Why did that move itself? Oh, a few things have changed. That's really weird. It's thrown itself out of proportion? Massively? Hold on. This isn't how that normally looks. No, if it's intentional, it would have been much funnier. I have no idea what has happened here. It's usually something like this, right? Am I? Scene collection. Profile main. Yeah, I'm on the right settings. Nope. Why does... It's the DM cam that keeps... Oh, not the DM cam, but the me cam that keeps nudging things. How do I undo? Let me undo. Whoa. Whoops. That's not what I want to be showing. Redo. Redo. No, stop switching back there. It's spoilers. What is happening? I'm so confused. Well, let's leave it like this for now, because I don't know what's happened. And let's get those subtitles going, because I don't know why they're not. Pubnub. Pubnub, please. Pubnub now. Me a pub needing a lot now. There we go. Yes, this is a different one. It's not Legend of Zelda. You may have worked that one out yourselves. There's been some things happening recently in the D&D world. Some rather big things. I'm not necessarily going to discuss it live on here. Because that's not a smart way of handling things. But what I am doing is giving a bit of insight into what I'm doing behind the scenes. Now, as you can tell from the stream title, I am playing around with an alternative to the current majorly used platform for D&D games. Because I wanted to look at alternatives, even though I've sunk a lot of money into that place. But we're looking at some alternatives. Now, this is not necessarily indicative of Practical Heroes as a whole. It's not necessarily the views of Practical Heroes as a whole. However, it is almost unanimous that what we're going to be playing with today is that bot just completely threw my flow off. Let's can I? Where's my mod tools? Moderators? Moderators, do something. How do why can't I moderate this? Show moderation actions is ticked. Weird. Ah. Maybe? No? Ah. Let's ban. There you go. You're done being banned. Silly bot. But yes, as I say, this isn't necessarily indicative of Practical Heroes as a whole. However, what I'm going to be showing you today is, and has been pretty much definitively and unanimously agreed by my friends in my home games, to be how we would like to move forward in my home games. And that's cool. You know, what works for one group doesn't work for another group, necessarily. So, this is what's worked for my home group. So, without further ado, and hopefully without further overlay screw-ups, I have been playing around, as you can see. See, I knew that intro cam was off. What is going on with that intro screen? I have been playing around with this. Currently, as you can see, I'm on a bit of a split screen, because it's just efficient. But This is what I'm working with at the moment. It's called Shard Tabletop. And there's a lot to it that I absolutely love. There's things I don't necessarily like yet, probably because I'm still getting to know it and I'm getting to know things. As you can see, I'm currently in the middle of attempting to add my player reference cheat sheet to cheat sheet in inverted commas, but my cheat sheet to this tabletop. You can add books, which is awesome. You can just add your own books, anything. If it's a Word document format, you can just immediately import it. I do have this open in Word, as you can see. It just didn't import entirely right, and it's a single page, so I'm just importing it by hand instead to make my life a bit easier, or not necessarily my life a bit easier, but also so I can get to learn a few more of the features. But it's pretty cool. So for example, one of the things I do quite like, if we turn our attention to the shard screen over here, you'll see now that I'm in this text box for grappling, and now not everything is going to show up because obviously it only has the system reference document on it, so it doesn't have all of the 5e stuff, and that's what I'm working on. But as you can see, for example, acrobatics here is underlined blue. Now obviously usually in stuff like Word documents and everything like that, that's usually a grammar error. This isn't a grammar error, it's a special underline that I have discovered. A shard, which I very much like. When you click on these little blue underlines, you click the search button, and it tells you, here's all this compendium content that you have, which links to this specific meta word, basically. So acrobatics. So if I now set link, it's linked acrobatics, and if you were to click on it in the actual book, it would open a new tab and take you straight through to the compendium entry for the system reference document for acrobatics. Which is pretty cool. Very useful for players, obviously. Very useful for DMs as well. And I mean, so if I just hit done editing. So now as you can see, hit done editing, this is what the book would look like. I've done it, it's just one page at the moment, it's just one chapter. I don't know if I'll have other chapters. Maybe will. Who knows? Probably will, maybe, just to keep things a bit more compressed, I suppose. But as you can see, now that we have this, we can open and close, minimize the contents on the left, and there's that acrobatics prompt, which gives us a little pop-up for acrobatics, which is pretty cool. There's some other cool things I've been working on. You can see I've got a couple of characters in here over on the left, because the easiest way, and I started off, and I will continue it because I do need to finish it, so you'll see some of that work happening. But one thing I did really love that I couldn't do in anything else I've tried is custom classes. So I've been able to go in and add custom classes like my Death Knight, which has been sat gathering dust for years since I stole it from somewhere and edited it. There's a few other non-5e things in here as part of the subscription, because I just immediately loved this and subscribed. As part of the subscription, you get access to a bunch of free stuff. One of those things is this Esper Genesis. Pretty cool. Haven't had a proper look at it, but I mean, it seems like it either is a setting in 5th edition, or it's its own system that's actually just using 5th edition settings effectively. So that, again, pretty damn cool. You know, what else have we got that's pretty good for? But yeah, so as I was saying before I went on a tangent, the easiest way for me to import my homebrew subclasses and some of the other content that I need urgently is you can just import a character from that place that we probably currently don't speak of. So for example, is there anything I still need? And this is happening in the background because I'm not showing them on my stream. It's just my personal preference. Again, it's not necessarily Practical Heroes specific views and decisions. This is my own. I don't want to be showing them at the moment. So that, unfortunately, is just how it is. So if I, for example, go back to my character options, if I go to classes and I go to fighter and I go to subclasses, you will see my Blink Knight was imported when I imported one of my characters that had the Blink Knight subclass. You'll also see some free stuff from the Midgard campaign settings from Kobold Press, which is awesome, because this tabletop's all about third party. It doesn't have any of the core stuff, really, outside of the system reference. It's all entirely third party. Man, a DM roundup about the thing would be amazing. But as you can see, they have, for example, Matt Mercer's Gunslinger. I do believe this is Matt Mercer's. Yes, it is. Trick Shots, Grit. Yeah, it's the original one, I believe. So what it doesn't have, as an example, is Matt Mercer's Echo Knight for fighters. So what I'm going to do real quick to give you the example is I'm going to go to the place where the bad things happen, and we're going to exit out of the martial archetype, and we're going to exit out of fighter itself. We're going to go back here. I'm going to go to import character, and I can just drop in a URL of a character that I have with the Echo Knight. I'm going to hit OK. And it takes a second, it downloads the character, and it throws everything in. Now, it doesn't seem to have pulled the race, which is fair enough. Wouldn't necessarily expect it to. Maybe it's not always perfect. As you might have seen, it is still in beta. But level options. Ranger 3. So it didn't pull the Ranger archetype. Interesting. Oh no, Gloomstalker's imported. Interesting. And Vampire Slayer, that I'd never got round to adding to my stuff, has been imported automatically because it was in the Midgard stuff. We love that. Martial archetype. Hey, there we go, Echo Knight. So Echo Knight did import perfectly. There it is. Hopefully perfectly. Which means then, what if I go back to the place and I have a look at my ranger levels then? What did I pick at 3rd level for it? Was it Gloomstalker? Because I don't remember having it. Yes, Gloomstalker it was. So Occasionally, it's not perfect, but it's pulled the class, it's pulled the subclass through, it's pulled the spell tables through. That's insane. So just like that, close. If I now go back to my main area and I go to classes, now when I look at the subclasses, all of a sudden, Echo Knight shows up for the fighter. And if I go to Ranger, and I go to subclasses, Gloomstalker shows up under Ranger. That's pretty damn cool. What I do want to check, though, is stuff like limited uses. Has that pulled over? So, this is what a shard character sheet looks like. Pretty cool. If I check out... Ooh! Shard Tabletop just followed Practical Heroes on Twitter. Hey, hello from Shard. It's Nick, the community manager. Hello, Nick. Thanks for popping into the stream and thanks for the follow. That's very awesome. Was not expecting that. Hello. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the follow. We still have the Zelda... we still have the Zelda announcements popping up because this is supposed to be my N64 Legend of Zelda stream. But instead, I wanted to spend 2 hours learning a new thing to use. You'll leave, sorry. I will exclusively say bad things the minute you leave. Specifically about you, just because I know you're not here to hear them. So, do with that knowledge and information what you will. But yeah, no, thanks for popping in. That's really awesome. I'm enjoying Shard. I was just running through character sheet stuff, showing that importing a multi-classed fairy Gloomstalker Echo Knight that I threw together one time as a joke in my characters that I had on the other place. Just like that, importing it into here, both classes immediately jumped into my compendium, which is awesome. Oh, what was the new update? This is interesting now. I'm so intrigued what the update was. If there was a new update very recently. And I will read and see whether the Echo Knight stuff... It did pull... Oh my god, it does pull the limited uses! Unleash Incarnation has the limited use tick box right there. The action block where you can use actions much more... Ah! So that'll be... Is that this block here? No, that's action surge. The weapons, armor, and tools? Or just here and... Oh no, it is... Yeah. This whole area here. Interesting. Oh, I see. So you've got the action surge, the crossbow expert bonus attack, Dread Ambusher from Gloomstalker. What does Dread Ambusher do again? Master the art of the ambush. Give yourself a bonus to your initiative equal to... okay. Ah, so that's why the use comes up. The use button comes up because it's... Presumably, because it's detected this small part here, right? Oh my god, Blade Song and Sneak Attack. That's revolutionary. That's so useful. So what, does it automatically add Blade Song armor class, for example, and Sneak Attack damage? Because if so, that's awesome. And that's... I mean, Blade Song, for example, is something that my players have needed and wanted for a long time. I needed it when I was playing a Blade Singing Wizard in a Descent into Avernus campaign. Interesting. I'm going to test this now. I'm seeing you say things Use 1 round. Okay. So next damage roll should allow me to click plus on the dice and add the extra damage. So if I do a damage with hand axe. There's the plus button. Dread Ambusher bonus. Oh my god! That's so cool! If I had a hat, I would be taking it off to you right now. I might. Do I have my Blade Singer lying around? Is my Blade Singer lying around still? He did go missing at one point. This stream is infinitely cooler with Nick here to help. This is why I went at the start of the stream into the self-promo channel in the Shard Discord. Shout out to the Shard Discord, full of helpful people. And dropped the link in there and was just like, hello, I have no idea what I'm doing, so feel free to pop along and laugh at me or offer some help. So it's good to see the first person that's popping along is here to offer help and not just laugh at me. But here is Viasir, who I loved. Oh god, one of my favourite characters I've ever made. So if I now import characters... Now, bear in mind, I can import, I think, as many characters as I want because I got the sub. I got the big sub. I done did the big sub, so I get many, many characters compared to the free level. Oh, Mark of Storm half elf has been pulled over. Oh, amazing. So, oh my god. I forgot about my Fatebound background. Has it pulled over my Fatebound background as well? Holy crap. Mine's being blown all over the place. Okay. So we've got Arcane Recovery. Here's Blade Song. Here's the 2 uses of Blade Song. If I press use, it marks off 1 automatically. And for the next 10 rounds, Blade Song is active. It shows... And my AC's jumped up to 17. So it adds the Blade Song. And now the AC's back down. Whoa! That's awesome. Occasional glitches. I mean, you know. Occasional glitches are pretty much to be expected. The only ones I've really noticed, actually, so far is... when you're importing stuff like one of your homebrews or a custom race, occasionally it won't pull over, like, as you can see here, the language that I chose, which was Giant. And it probably hasn't... Yeah, it's not pulled over a couple of the... I think I went Short Sword. Right? Yeah, it didn't pull over a couple of the... features that I would have chosen inside that class, but like if you have a record of that character somewhere else, that's easy to fix in about 30 seconds. So I'm not too concerned about those, but for your own notes, as I'm sure people have probably already noted to you, that's one of the only glitches I seem to have noticed so far. Ooh, I'm interested as well. If you're still here, how long did Shard take to make? In beta for a year in 2020 before rolling out a Kickstarter in 2021. It's only been... I see. There you go. It's only been out 2 years. You're allowed glitches. Oh, the glitch. I'm sure you've probably heard about it. because I imagine it probably happens to a lot of people, probably been mentioned. But basically, when you're importing like a custom race or a custom class like I just did, or custom, but something that it doesn't already know and recognize, occasionally, and I don't think it does it every time, but I'd say probably 50-50. For example, with the Mark of Storm Half-Elf, it pulled over the Mark of the Storm Half-Elf perfectly. It just didn't pull over my language choice from when you pick it. And with Blade Song, it didn't pull over the weapon that I'd picked. But, like, so easy for me to just choose them myself anyway. Yeah, the more you know. I feel like it's probably just a feature of, or a feature. It's down to the fact that, as it does say in nice big red letters for people like me, the import function is still in beta. So this is probably just it's in beta. Shard is the last names of the two creators combined. That's pretty cool. I just assumed that you'd named it that because you knew that I've just finished listening to the audiobook version of The Crystal Shard, one of the Drizzt novels, and you knew that I was going to be doing that around this time, so you did it in advance, knowing this would happen, right? I'd never got around to reading any of the Drizzt novels. I could never find them or get a hold of them, and I managed to find someone doing a really decent audiobook of them on Spotify. You have Aegis Fang tattooed on your leg. That's awesome. All you need is just underneath it that barbarian slur that oh my god, his name's just dropped out of my head. But the barbarian slur that he enjoys shouting at people, that was something like, may your nether regions be infested with the fleas of 1,000 camels. Whatever it was. Oh my god, what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? All I can think of is Bruna, but it's not Bruna, he's the dwarf. Anyway. What was I doing? That's a question. Actually, wait, no. There's no need. It does make more sense this way, it's just my brain being stupid, so I'll refrain from actually asking that question, because it's just me being silly. Oh my god, I've just noticed this is finally the one character sheet that actually lists damage for stuff like throwing a flask of holy water or oil. Oh my god. Target takes an additional 5 fire damage from the burning oil, and there's the +5 damage there. That's super useful. Now, does Booming Blade show? It doesn't, I don't think. And that is likely because... oh, it's because the spell action is the melee attack. But that's good to know. This custom pulled-in spell, Booming Blade, should that be showing in this new block? Presumably it should, right? Or is this just for those special actions like Arcane Recovery and Blade Song, Sneak Attack, and spells stay where they are in the spell list? Two uses of Blade Song, that's pulled through nicely. Ah, the spell list for the Mark of the Storm Half-Elf. My fate-bound tool proficiencies, did that pull through properly? That's the question. That would have shown up there. Spells usually stay where they are. That's fair enough. That's just me being curious. Fate-bound tool proficiency is probably a me thing from how I had it, but try casting it. Okay. So booming blade at will. Bruh. Damn. That's being clipped. I forget I have the clip button sometimes when I'm freaking out and fanboying over stuff. I was not quite prepared or ready for that. That right there, that's some good stuff. That's some real good things. I like that. I like that a lot. And I can just end booming blade. Oh my god. Oh my god. So if I do enlarge reduce, condition enlarge reduce, so it doesn't add automatically. I have to pick enlarge or reduce. If I pick enlarge, save presumably would save it permanently. So if I just do apply condition, enlarge for 10 rounds. So with enlarge, target's attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage. So if I now roll for his short sword, Thunder Shear. Nice, that automatically equipped to his offhand. Fair play. Roll to hit. That's... Oh, nat 20. Thank you very much. And it does my 1d6 plus 1d6, 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 3. Where did the 1d4 come from? Oh, the 1d4 at the start from enlarge automatically. Excellent. Yeah, we do have a slight stream delay. But yes, I did click enlarge for enlarge to add to the conditions. If you're using the initiative tracker on Shard, as you go from one round to the next, those conditions will automatically tick down. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. I like that a lot. I agree. Learning streams are the best streams. It's just it's little quality of life things though, like that, where... Sorry, because I'm also trying to type this out to someone at the same time. It's the little quality of life things like this that I just really love. I mean, after this, I am actually going to be sending this VOD to my players, because they need to know how ridiculous this is. This is game-changing for a lot of our stuff. We have a lot of people who use a lot of... They just love these multi-round abilities, like Enlarge. So this is game-changing for them. I'm just informing every single one of my Discord servers. That's such a nice little quality of life feature. So if I end in large, the 1d4 vanishes from my short sword. Now I am a bit upset. This short sword, it didn't pull through the name of my boy's sword. It was forged by the giants for him. And I want to see if the funky character pulls through as well. It does! There you go. Tordenshire. Thunder Cutter. Save. So that just renames short sword here, right? If I go back to just my compendium. If enlarge also changes your token size, we're gonna have problems at the table. People aren't gonna be able to sit properly. That was a terrible joke, I'm sorry. If it auto changes your token size, that's awesome. Let's give it a test. Maybe I can give it a test right now, because one of my players in my Tyranny of Dragons campaign... let's maximize this. Can we maximize this? Let's hide that one for now. So if we maximize this, this is what the campaign screen looks like. I really like this. I like how it looks, because I run a 2-screen setup. Oh, you haven't got any Valkyrie? Did it not pull over the Oath of the Valkyrie? Interesting. I will try and add the Oath of the Valkyrie during this stream. I'll add it to one of my characters and import it into my thing. But I love how this whole campaign screen looks, because I run a 2-screen setup when we're streaming, and at the moment my world anvil is up on my right screen just above my OBS monitor, so I'm spending like half my time on stream looking off camera because I'm looking at my world anvil. But I could potentially write my stuff in world anvil and then import it into here as a book, and then it's just here on the right hand side. My map's here. If I just grab a random map from the web, oh, interesting. So we're trying to... Is this right? Am I doing grid right? Am I gridding? Can't really see the grid. I hope... As an option, you may select an alternate artwork. Fine. But how... I mean, I assume I can just ignore the grid as well if I want to, like this gridding option. So, there we go. That's the corner of a square. Let's try. Let's try and see if we can line this grid up. Okay, cool. Good to know. That seems to be eyeballed just about right. Save. I mean, I saw it previously. There we go, there's the grid. How well did it line up? Not well at all, but it's fine, because... It's not fine. You can always tweak the grid. Okay, you can tweak the grid after, that's fair enough. Is that because Shard's not automatically pulling your aura affecting yourself? Because that could be good to know, because the Paladin aura obviously affects themselves on saving throws. Is that maybe what that is? So you don't have your extra charisma bonus? Because it does, right? Am I wrong? It does affect yourself, I thought. Look at me. Boom, I'm basically the dev. I'm basically the creator of Shard. Maybe we just need to apply your aura to you. Sorry, I was responding to some messages in the network Discord. But, so if I... So that's not visible. That is visible. Valkyrie is homebrew. Valkyrie is very much homebrew, but the aura actually might also be... I was just about to say it isn't, but it actually might be homebrew as well. The aura well, Oath of the Valkyrie is a homebrew oath that I created for a friend's character. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so it's just the 6th level aura of protection. Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you makes a saving throw. Right. But is it not the aura of protection? Because that's what adds the extra charisma modifier. Oh god, and it's got your heavy armor master there. I can amend your equipment from the looks of it. That's hilarious. So if I... How do I token? No one help me. I'm going to figure it out myself. Artwork and tokens. Default Rylor token. Okay. Cancel. How do you add token to map? Aha. Center, huddle monsters, huddle characters. Add token. No. Is it here? Yeah, those are homebrew items, so those will need manual amendments, I expect. Because of the stream delay, I don't know how or where I was getting warmer. Was it the add token? If I just do Rylor. Image. Show as token, player controlled, pick image. Oh, huddle character. I thought that would just collect tokens that are already on there. I see. Good to know. Okay. So huddle monsters, there's the Avatar of Death. There's Rylor. Oh my god. Click his name in the tracker and do add to map. Okay, that makes sense as well. Is it showing their initiative position in front of their names? That's very useful. Also... Sorry, Danny. Get rid of your inspiration, my guy. The session ended. DM's inspiration ends at the end of a session. So if I go to add condition, pick condition, enlarge, select. Enlarge automatically changes the size of the token. It automatically changes the size of the token. You were wondering, there is your answer. It does automatically change the size of the token. Game changer. Those crazy bastards did it. Oh man. Very good for Zenari. Oh god, sorry, someone's just sent me a very highlighted message. I think when I was in D&D jail there. Oh god. Christ. Someone who backs Pathfinder 2e is the only way. Leave D&D for Pathfinder, it's the only way! It's not the only way. It's not. You don't have to play Pathfinder if you don't want to, and it's not as easy as these people keep trying to make you believe. It's not. Believe me. Wait. We need meme cam. It's a serious moment. We need the meme cam. Believe me. I started with Pathfinder. You there, on the other end of the computer. Okay? And yes, I started with Pathfinder 1st edition. And yes, I haven't given 2nd edition a chance. But I know Pathfinder. Okay? It's not as easy as they want you to think. They're lying to themselves. They're kidding themselves like I did when I was playing Pathfinder. I didn't like it. There was too much maths. But I thought I loved it at the time. Because I thought it was cool. Okay? You get a bonus for having the high ground. And I liked that. A lot of people like that. But you can play other things. It doesn't have to be Pathfinder. I'm sorry for berating you all just then, but I get very, very serious about these issues. But back to the matter at hand. Your token automatically enlarges, and that's pretty badass. Now, what I want to know is when the screwy situations start happening. So edit duration, let's say it's 5 rounds. Enlarge 5. And we're on round 1. So if I go round 1, we're still on round 1. How do I change round? Next turn. Ah, I was going previous round. Okay. So that's now ticked down to enlarge 4, enlarge 3, enlarge 2, enlarge 1, enlarge 0, and we automatically reduce. Just like that. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it was cycling between people, it did automatically jump to their stats. Oh. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Now, you may have missed this, Danny, because you weren't here earlier, but you'll notice Divine Smite has been added to this this here condition tracker that we've been talking about. So if you want to use your Divine Smite, if you don't remember what it does, you just click on Divine Smite. It tells you what Divine Smite does. Now, Danny, if Rylor wants to smite, he clicks use, he clicks spell level 1, he does a 1st level Divine Smite, there it is. He rolled the damage, and it's fine. He does the Divine Smite. Does it add to everyone? Oh, it doesn't add to his weapon attacks. Interesting. There's me bigging it up. I thought it would add to his. Now, why doesn't Divine Smite then add to weapon attacks? Should it? Because it's extra damage. Should it not add to weapon attacks? Technically, Divine Smite is additional damage, yeah, but why does it not then automatically add on to his longsword roll? If I do a longsword roll and use Divine Smite, is that what it wants? No. Fair enough. It's just, again, me being... Oh my god, it's automatically marking off his spells for him as well. It's me being picky and just me being silly and screwing with stuff, but I often find that... oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's the plus button. That's what it was. Let's rewind all of that. Rewind. Just rewind it all. Just keep rewinding. Now, Danny, you may have missed this because you weren't here when we were talking about this initially, but, you see, when you want to do your Divine Smite, Danny, you click on the use, you click on the spell level 1, and it does it automatically. But if I... Ah, haha. If I then press the plus button next to the Divine Smite button... Now what are these plus and minus 10s? Longsword. Ah! Now why is it only ever doing 10? If I do... Maybe if I do it the other way around. So if I do longsword... it's pulling the damage from the last longsword. So if I do longsword and I press plus... Use Divine Smite. Spell level 1. There we go! That's what Danny wants. Okay. It's all good. It's just me being silly. I was doing it the wrong way round. I was trying to add longsword damage to the Divine Smite damage. But what Rylor really wants to do when Rylor attacks is Rylor wants to roll his +6 to hit. And he rolls a 9. God damn it, Rylor. Let's try advantage. There you go, Rylor rolls a 25. And then I can roll 1d8 plus 3 for the longsword, automatically in that chat. And then I can just press on the plus, use Divine Smite. Let's go for a level 2 smite this time. And there it is. Rylor doing 19 damage total with 1 second level Divine Smite and 1 longsword swing. That's pretty damn cool. Now Shield of Faith. +2 bonus to AC for up to 10 minutes. Try hitting the critical button. Roll critical. 28 radiant. Show roll details. Show roll only. Interesting. So it just auto doubles it. That's nice. However, what if there's people like me who are annoying? Because I use a house rule for criticals that a lot of people use, which is if you crit, you maximize the first set of dice and roll the second. You don't just double them all. Because obviously it sucks if you roll like 2 1s on your crit. It's better to roll like 10 without rolling and then 1. You don't yet have alternative rules for the crit hits. So would I be able to implement it myself by adding it as something in my compendium, or is it something that I'd have to wait for it to be actively added to Shard? In the meantime, seeing as it is your character and you requested a Branding Smite, so Branding Smite, next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Okay, so I think with Branding Smite, we'd probably have to do that first? Yes. Which makes sense. It would require manually updating the backup. That's fair enough. So Branding Smite... Oh, that's why, yeah, because it's the bonus action. So if we cast Branding Smite... Cool. Damage 2d6. Now, Mr. Paladin... You can see your Branding Smite is up there, ready for the next time you hit. And we roll the longsword. And we roll the damage. And we press add, and Branding Smite doesn't show. But we can do damage 2d6, there it is. And then you can just press the plus button and go back to add that previous longsword damage of 11 and get the total. Nice and quick, because who wants to do maths? Brownie Smite should be there. Interesting. Perhaps it's me being dumb and silly. Burning Smite bonus action. 2d6. I really should have gone and clipped that. I will probably... In fact... Maybe a modelling bug. Fair enough. I will actually, right now, if I... Hey, future Mitch, go back like a minute and clip that and send it to the Discord for bug monitoring. Clip. There we go. There's now a clip for me to remind myself when I'm looking at the clips later that I need to go back and clip something. Which, you know, what more could we want? I'm very aware. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm loving doing this, and I'm enjoying that you're here for me to berate you with constant questions. And I'm obviously learning a lot from you. But it is now 9 o'clock Mitch time, which means it is in fact time for our break. So we will have a very quick 10-minute break, everyone. And we will be back here 10 minutes from now. I will hopefully see you all back here very soon. Bye. Out. We're back. We are back. Backstreet's back. Alright. What was going on in chat while I was away? I see talk of ads. On an unrelated note, just got a recommended advert for a kilogram of chocolate. 2 lots of smite, brownie smite, 2 longsword hits. Yeah, that's how you messed up Cyan Wrath. Every single spell slot went on smites. Just bear with me 30 seconds while I do some Discord updates. But yes, hello, welcome back. First things first, most importantly, let's start a prediction. What tea does Mitch have today? Submission period. We're going for a short one. You have 2 minutes. Get your votes in now. It's tea vote time. Now that we're back from our tea break. Get your votes in. You got 2 minutes. 1 vote in already. 2 votes in already, I think. 3 votes, possibly. No? Oh, interesting. The percentages are changing. Wow, it's 91% currently in favor of Tankard of Unknown Liquid. And 9% for Sleep Tea. Strangely, no one has voted for tea tea or fruit tea. You have mere seconds remaining to get your votes in. Oh, you spammed the button. That's why the percentages were going nuts. That time's still ticking down. Good to know. Now, what I did want to check, just very quickly while we're still on this screen. If we add enlarge back to Rylor for 6 rounds. What happens if we also add reduced? For 4 rounds. Okay, so it's auto-reduced you back to normal size. The branding smite hasn't gone away as well, interestingly. Just bear with me while I screenshot that for the devs. Do they have a bug channel? Feedback? Nope, that's the wrong button. Remove. Well, the issue is branding should remove itself after the next hit. because the wording on Branding Smite is the next time you hit a creature before the spell ends, the effect triggers. And I posted it in the wrong channel. After all that looking for the bugs channel, where is my bloody hash button? There we go. Now, submission is over for the T-poll. It's time to choose the outcome. Of course, you are all wrong. Zero channel points. The answer was TT. You all suck. Let me just move this over to the bugs channel that I missed. And get rid of it from the wrong channel. TT is good. We do like TT. Now, I was just playing around with random testing. That's put you back to normal size. If we advance rounds, reduce ticks down to 1, to 0, you're enlarged. You're no longer enlarged. Now, the other question, if you take a hit, and we say you take 25 points of damage, does it automatically make you make a Constitution saving throw? No, it doesn't. Because you should be making a concentration check for that Branding Smite. It is concentration. But hey, that's probably getting a bit too advanced. The only other thing I wanted to check, Shield of Faith. If I hit cast, you've now been given the condition Shield of Faith, have you not? No, it's telling you that you can have it. Apply condition, Shield of Faith. There we go. Which means your AC is now 21. If I remove Shield of Faith, your AC is back to 19. Amazing. Maybe, but then the round counter should go once you've hit with it. In an ideal world. Anyway, back to, it was part of the Valkyrie homebrew, but Shield, I believe, is in the system reference document, so the Shield spell is still available. Oh man, it added my custom background, that's so nice. But I don't think it, this is what I was investigating just before we got so very sidetracked. It doesn't appear to have, has it added my tool proficiencies? No, it's just saying that I can choose one. So if I go to edit, tools, and we say, God, what tools was Viceer proficient with? I can't remember. Well, I think it was shipwrights because he was a sailor. He were a sailor. He were. Select extensions. That's pretty useful. Maybe I can do that for just my stuff. So that's for the optional creature type change from someone's own custom lineage that they've made instead of the normal custom lineage. That's a useful addition, guilds in favour. I might add my own guilds to that, see if I can edit up. Again, this was added by the other person. It was free on the marketplace, the Walks of Life character customization options, but inspiration, we want that always. I can add my own languages if I really want to for anything else. But now inspiration is there. There it is. Boom. So let's go back to this dashboard then and see if we can have a look. Is it possible that there's a weird conflict going on? Has Valkyrie added itself? See, it's possible, maybe, that I couldn't see Valkyrie stuff because I don't have Valkyrie in my thingy-my-bob. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go collections, my campaigns, Tyranny of Dragons, view campaign, and I'm going to steal Rylor. Because Rylor has the Oath of the Valkyrie on him. Grab that URL. Import character. Can I import other people's characters into my characters? You can steal characters! That's hilarious. So, Aura of Protection, that's in fine. Lay on Hands, that's fine. The Splint Armor is here, it's just because you had renamed it. So you would just have to edit attributes. Aquastone, Splint. Special abilities, add. So we can go in here, I can do this myself for you. Or you can if you want to learn how to manually do these sorts of things yourself, and you just go special abilities, add, which, I mean, I'm learning to do this on the spot right now. It would be movement and senses. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It gives you a swim speed, correct? The Aquastone. So your swim speed is equal to your walking speed? Or is it a specific swim speed? But this is the thing, I can add now my supplement into this, and we can have that freely and actually easily available. Instead of having to search for hours to find specific things, I can reference them directly. Let me go and look at your character sheet on the other place. Aqua Splint is what you'd called it. 10-foot swim speed. So it'll literally just be swim, 10, save. Or does, no, sorry, it adds 10 foot, doesn't it? How do I remove speed adjustment? No, none. I can't add a not normal. Okay, so your swim speed would normally have been 15, so your swim speed's now 25. Save. So that's a bit annoying. But so if we have Aquastone Splint, equip, does it now show? There you go, speed, swimming 25 feet, walking 30. There you go, it's that easy. And then the longsword. If we go edit attributes, dark steel, longsword. That's all fine. Special ability is add. And then it's just an extra damage. Lightning. It's 1d4. Save. So now, when you look at Dark Steel Longsword, it's 1d8 plus 3 plus 1d4. 10 total. There you go. So, I mean, while I'm in the swing of doing it right now, I might as well head along and manually do that to your Rylor. Let's get rid of mine. I just needed him for the for the Valkyrie import. I've just used him. Well, it's fine, because it wasn't your Rylor, it was my Rylor. See? It doesn't even show on the campaign screen. Oops. Oh, that's good to know. Kill. Nice, there's a kill button. Oh, God. I'm really sorry, I don't remember how much health Rylor was on. Was he on full health? Cool, 46. There we go, Rylor's back up. So, let's see if I can do this for you right here, right now. Edit attributes, longsword. Your longsword is made of the darkest of dark steel. And it's versatile for 1d10. And it's extra damage, lightning, 1d4. No damage except emotional damage. That's the real damage. And your splint armor. Edit attributes. Aquastone splint. Movement. Your swim speed is 25. Now do remember, if you get any bonuses, although I suppose it wouldn't. No, it would. If you get any bonuses to your base movement speed, it will affect your base swim speed, so we will have to manually amend it any time. So that's something to remember. Although, that's a good test. If I add condition, let's get rid of the reduce and the enlarge. Do I have haste? Is that not in the system reference doc? Okay. I'll have to add someone with the haste spell. Okay, we can't do that then. Custom condition? We don't want an AC or a damage bonus, we want a speed bonus. Oh well. That's something I'll play around with later. So that's all of that sorted. There's polymorph in here as well, so I can change your shape to a giant wolf spider. And it changes your token automatically. Does it change your stats? It's changed your stats as well. Oh my god, it's immediately changed your whole character sheet. So you have your shape change abilities as a giant wolf spider. That's so useful for druids. That's so useful for druids. Oh my god. And polymorphing. That's so useful. Bear with me, I need to update my one of my home games because we have a druid. When you polymorph or wild shape. What a stream, guys. Man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Grid, load map. Move group? Move group. Locations. Locations. Pick handout. Nice. Handouts is good. Center player view. Oh! So I can automatically center the player view on my view. That's good. We want that. There's fog of war. We like a bit of fog. Nice little diameter check. Oh, that's unfogging. Right. Draw. Hell yeah, we love a bit of drawing. Undo drawing, undo drawing. Nice. So you can then obviously do stuff like, I want... Oh yes, automatically integrated rulers. And do they scale? This took... And I don't want to drag those guys because I do love them as well. And I do think they were doing awesome stuff. But it took months of arguing and complaining and asking the guys at above VTT, can we please have the text for the ruler scale with the zoom? Or just have some form of bigger number? Because it was impossible to see the ruler text, and this auto scales. And that's such good quality of life. What does underwater do? Save. Nothing. Okay. Okay. I guess it's tags, which are useful. Now, how do I end an encounter? Oh, finish. Finish encounter. Oh, and you can do XP. And it automatically takes the XP, so I can actually do XP if I want to. Oh. Unbelievable. Grant treasure. Directly add treasure now. Pick treasure. Okay, so I'd have to manually... Okay. Oh, and it's added the Aero Crystal Quarterstaff. One of my guys must have had it, yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's remove your XP because we're doing bollocks. We're doing milestone. not XP. But it's good to know that is how it works. Set inactive. What is this? Oh, that must be where we've had an encounter. Oh, that's cool. Let's stop drawing. There we go. Campaign log. So it logs where the encounter happened. And I can re-add it if I want. Hell yeah. And that's taken Rylor out of initiative. It's giving me his useful stats at a glance that I like having at a glance. I used to have a sheet for that. A physical piece of paper on my desk. Edit duration. End. Cool, that's that gone. Excellent, right. Okay. So that's all of that cool stuff. And I'm sure there is plenty of other awesome stuff that I could probably find. Random encounters. Because we do like a good random encounter. Oh. 5. Add random encounter. Haha! And it's randomly rolling the goblins and wargs. Oh! Ah! And it's added them to the map. Oh my god. They're currently hidden from players. Oh my god. Unreal. Now the big question is, can I mass delete? No. Select all. Delete. Delete. No. Okay. Fair enough. Good to know. Rylor can probably take... Actually, no, Rylor couldn't take them. It should look like this on mobile, yes. If I project, you'll see probably what the player view looks like. Why is project not showing the map? I guess that's something for me to play around with. Let's get rid of that project screen. I want to see the player view. So what I'm going to do, campaign invite. I'm going to invite myself. And we'll have a look at the player view. I will join as my current drunken monk from My Grim Hollow campaign, Cash Tash Ordain. I do enjoy playing Cash. Now this is the, this right here is the player view. Now if I remember right, what y'all be seeing when you look at your mobile device and you're looking on Shard, you'll be seeing this here, this character sheet looking like this. And there will actually be an extra choice here up on the top where you've got your top, your actions, your features, your equipment, your log, and your traits. There should be an extra button right there called Map. You can go ahead and press on that and see the map. That's my Cash voice, for those wondering. Oh, hold on. Apparently there's been another leak. Of course it's D&D shorts. This guy has so many leaks. Is it worth playing a monk? I think so. All you need to do is take into account and bear in mind the fact that they're pretty glass cannon-y, especially at the start. I mean, Kesh, if you look at him, he is a level 6 monk, and he's got 51 health. Now, I have rolled very well for all of my health ups, and my AC is pretty high because, as a monk, you get unarmored defense. But what I really like about playing the monk is just the different options I have. Like, yes, technically my options are still move and hit and move and hit and move and hit, but oh my god, it's added the mercenaries pauldron. Oh, equip. The two clubs are because I wield tonfa for my monk, which we commonly call batons. Mercenaries Pauldron has 3 charges? Damn, it has 3 charges. And I need to amend that properly, so as you can see, it's just added in the item. It's not actually added in the fact that it gives me a damage bonus when I use a charge. But that's something I can add in quite easily because the rest has done itself for me. Monks are pretty good. You get a ton of options for what you want to do during your attacks. So yes, you're still move and hit, but for example, I will currently run in and hit with one of my tonfa. Now they should be showing as 1d6. Why are they showing as 1d4? They should level up with my martial arts die. Yeah, the key points, there's not a huge amount. Your key points are dependent on your level, but you do get them back on a short rest, so you get them back very quickly. There's my other club. Edit attributes. Tonfa. Just because I'm going to be using them in my home game. Let me go back to the bugs. Again, this could be because it's trying to pull from a custom monk, but that shouldn't affect it. So that's weird. But yes, this is the desktop view for... and in fact, Danny, you can go on it on your mobile right now and check. I don't need the campaign screen to be open, I don't think, for you to be able to see your view on the campaign screen. So you should be able to just go in and have a look at it. My characters. I want to go back to Cash. And you should be able to switch between your character sheet and the map, which is really nice. I will be projecting a second map screen, if I can, which I should be able to. So we will have a map screen on the middle of the table, but then at any point you can quickly switch to a map yourself and zoom in on something specific just by yourself if you want to look at something in particular, which is so cool. So very cool. That's my... Funnily enough, I have a warlock called Relor, and you have a paladin called Rylor. However, no one will ever beat the name of my Warforged Soul Knife Rogue. I'm gonna have to open up his character sheet just so I can read it out to you. He is the perfectly equipped nanotech infiltration system, or penis for short. Burner of the Silvered Claw, Oracle Banther, Kesh Oradane, there he is, my boy. I just want to double check his health, because that said average. There you go, yeah, his health is anything but average. I'm supposed to have 60. But I can check that and change that. Way of the Drunken Master has pulled itself over. We like that a lot. Monk 1. What tool did I take? Brewer's Supplies Herbalism Kit. I have Brewer's Supplies from my subclass. Interesting. Oh, I took the loot. That's what it was. And... Monastic Tradition, Drunken Master, close. So... if I, on here, close, how do I let you guys see the map? Why don't people see the map? Tyranny of Dragons, campaign character, character list, treasure, book log settings, type battle map. But why don't characters seem to be able to see it? Traits. Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, so this is what it's like on the on mobile devices. It's not split screen. Why can't I see the map as a player? I want to know, Danny, do you see a map when you go and look. Or is it? Oh, it was fogged. There was fog of war on, that's why it wasn't showing. So does that then mean, is that why the projection was grey as well? If I look at the project screen, yeah, that's why. Okay. But this is really cool. So, if I add another window capture 4. And let's not capture the cursor on this one. So this that I've just added in is a really cool feature I've seen, and it's this project. So this is what I'll be using when we're playing in the pit or wherever we go. This is what I'll be using in our home game on my second monitor. I can project, and I can move this projection window over onto the second monitor. So what that then means is I still look at my map screen like normal, and as you can see my mouse moving around on the main map screen, which I then now don't have to look at upside down. If I make this bigger for everyone so we can all see it, and move it so that it's not blocking the map, you can see now in the corner, with my mouse moving on one screen, you can see a little red dot moving on the projection screen. So you guys can see if I'm pointing at somewhere on the map, it points on the projection. So yeah, so you won't see my mouse, but you will see that red dot where I'm pointing, which is really nice. And when I move around the map, it moves around for you. Is there a, like, projection settings? That centers the player view. If I do that, so the projection always looks... Okay, so the projection always looks at what I'm looking at. But you guys can go on the map yourselves, on your mobiles, and look at other areas of the map that are available to you that aren't covered by fog. So that's, in my opinion, definitely a best of both worlds, right? Because, for example, if I go to build fog region, and this is what I'm about to try, so if I go to build fog, and I add in that patch of fog by the bridge, how does it look on the projection screen? Where's the projection screen gone? Has that fogged it out? Unfog. Restore fog. Did I just choose the bad tool to begin with? Build fog regions. That's rectangle unfog. But I don't want to unfog. I want to fog. What if I do that? Delete fog region. Interesting. Clear all fog. Undo fog. Okay, so now everything's fogged. So what was this build fog region then? But yeah, if I fog it, then obviously all you see is grey screen. If I do a little 5-foot diameter paint, I can suddenly do that, or I can reveal that much for you. I can polygon unfog, which is always nice for special rooms. There you go. Obviously I'll have to find a way to get our tyranny maps into this tabletop, but at the very least, like I said to you guys, this is, and like I said at the start of the stream, this might not necessarily reflect the current position of Practical Heroes, but certainly this reflects the current position of my home games, because I cannot deny the quality of life for this, for my in-person game. Being able to project the map onto a second screen nice and easily like this and have that little red dot where I'm pointing, game-changing. Having my players able to access their own version of the map on their phones so they can zoom in on specifics, because sometimes they want to see the overall battle map, but they want to zoom in and see just the 3 enemies around them, because there's 5 tokens around them, but 2 of them are their friends, and they want to figure out which ones are their enemies and which ones are their friends, so they can just zoom in on their phones. And I'm pretty sure if I go on this projection, is there a way? I mean, to be fair, I say is there a way, I've just literally added it as a browser source. I can use this for streaming, if we do use it for PHN. That's perfect for streaming. No longer will players or stream viewers see the map when they're not supposed to, or see stuff that they're not supposed to and have to keep quiet so that they don't ruin it for players. Which is awesome. Now if I do load map, search web for map, interesting. Now obviously I don't advocate for this, but now I'm assuming this won't bring anything up, but we'll see. Okay, interesting, so it brings up all of that. Now there isn't a URL search, which is one thing I was looking to see if there was. Because obviously if there was a URL search, I can import the URLs from where I have them. But I mean, even this. Crazy. But there'll be a way for me to get my Horde of the Dragon Queen maps in. Don't you worry about that. I can save them from where I currently have them because I've bought the book. And there's nothing in the rules that say I can't save my stuff that I've bought and I own and use it in other things that I own and I use privately, because it's for my own private use. I'm not selling it. I'm not making money off it. There should be no issue with it. I'm not pirating it. I'm saving it from a book that I've bought. It's no different to scanning it and printing it out on A3 paper, or photocopying it on A3 paper. So that's that. Oh, is that a token for Cyanrath? It's your friend. Let me move the projection out of the way. There he is. Look at that. It's your friend Cyanrath. I've got massively sidetracked. All of this was just supposed to be so I could have a look at Oath of the Valkyrie. Whoops. So let's hide this for now. And classes. Paladin. Subclasses. Oath of the Valkyrie homebrew. I'll probably continue to tag my stuff because I don't know how to change the source from imported. Unless maybe I package them as something else. I don't know. But also, again, I can add to chat and it will probably throw it into the Tyranny of Dragons chat, which is pretty cool. Now, I wonder if the italics ones are because they exist and are linked. But was there anything specific you were missing from the Oath of the Valkyrie? I think it was all showing. Edit. That's all standard. I can't edit any of that. All your extra spells, I see. That's going to happen because those books don't exist, unfortunately. Currently, in my shard. So if I delete proficiencies from here, proficiencies stay there. Excellent. Because there weren't any extra proficiencies for my subclass. I don't think. Whoops. Level 2 spellcasting, level 3, choose your oath. So you gain the spells. Link to spell, shield, set link. Link to spell, featherfall, set link. Link to spell, hold person, set link. You might need to actually pick your spells and maybe that's why they weren't showing. I don't know. Zone of Truth. No, because Blinding Smite doesn't show and that's from Xanathar's Guide, I do believe. Now I wonder why there's 2 flies. Shard Player's Guide Volume 1. Ah, Esper Genesis Basic Rules. I see. So that's from Esper. Set link. Freedom of movement. Set link. Locate creature. Set link. Set link. Well, the aura thing I don't understand, because that's a base paladin feature. So I don't really know what's happened there. That is base paladin. So that should automatically show. So we need Dawn and Blinding Smite. Those are the only 2 missing from that list. I wonder if I can... Blinding Smite. Link. Ugh. Search. URL. Ugh. Don't want to do it that way. Okay, so we save that for now. Spells. Damn. Oh, it's Esper Genesis, I was gonna say. What we would like to do... is a new spell. Spell name. Blinding Smite. Upsetting that it didn't automatically draw in the spell. But this is going to give me a chance to look at how the spellcasting, adding a new spell works. So let's go to 5e tools. Because 5e tools is a great place. Agree and proceed. Spells. We want blinded by the smite. Blinding smite, 3rd level. You have blinding smite, yeah you are. Yeah, fair enough. So it's 3rd level. It should be evocation, right? Yes, evocation. Evocation, sorry my eyes are going blurry, I've been staring at computers too long today. Casting time. Bonus action. Okay. Not that. Range self, presumably. Components, verbal and somatic. Just components, verbal. No material components. Duration, I expect, is a concentration up to 1 minute. Oh god, which class is it available to? Does it tell me? Hell yes. Classes. Paladin. Save. Extra notes. Manually set casting details. Requires concentration. Interesting. Yes, because Blinding Smite does an extra 3d8 radiant damage, so effect is 3d8, effect type radiant, there is no upclass, upcast even. Ah. Extra damage type. Radiant. 3d8. I thought I saw blinding. It's in the spell list, I believe. Which is where I saw it. Because I didn't think you had access to 3rd level spells yet. The target must succeed in a constitution saving throw or be blinded. So how do I add that? Apply conditions. But that's going to apply it to you. Right? Oops. Blinded. So there's Blinding Smite. If I jump into a new character, okay, and I pick a class, Paladin, select, and we want Paladin level 3, Sacred Oath, pick Valkyrie, select. So we're a level 3 paladin, Oath of the Valkyrie. It's not showing... Oh, it is showing Channel Divinity. But it doesn't show what your Channel Divinities are. So I need to set that up. Because I think you just need to go in and select your spells. And maybe that's what you're missing. If I go and check Tyranny of Dragons. Rylor. Yeah, you just need to pick your paladin. Oh, you have picked your paladin spells. Branding Smite, there it is. So what was missing? Or are there still some spells missing that you had before? Campaigns. Tyranny of Dragons view. Rylor view. Just so you're not staring at a black screen. All the free ones for Valkyrie. Right, so it is missing those. But that's strange because it should have them. Spells. So, for example, your first level spells were Command, Cure Wounds, Featherfall, Shield, Shield of Faith. Command, Cure Wounds. So you don't have Featherfall. Or Shield of Faith. Yeah, so that's a Valkyrie issue. Paladin. Subclasses. Valkyrie. So they are there. Why, I just checked on the stream. Level 3, Oath spells. Your oath has a list of associated spells. Here's the oath spell entry. What I probably need to do... Featherfall was Valkyrie. Yeah, it's here. Shield and Featherfall. From 3rd level. What I likely need to do... Always available spells. And we want to add... We don't have Featherfall in here. We don't have Shield. Oh no, wait. That was cantrips. Featherfall. And Shield. So they're now always available. And then the level 2 spells. Which are always available to you are... Valkyrie. That's not how you spell Valkyrie. Val. Oath of the Valkyrie. Paladin level. Hold person, Zone of Truth. Well, apparently they always prepared for Oath of Valkyrie a Hold person and Zone of Truth. So that will be... Hold person, Zone of Truth. The 3rd level spells are Blinding Smite and Fly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm doing right now is I'm adding to the Valkyrie subclass, these are what spells are always prepared and available for you. Locate creature. And then 5th level Dawn and Hold monster, but Dawn I might have to add in myself, I think. So Dawn we can't yet add. What is Dark Dementing? But it has Shadow Magic, that's good. It has some of the deep magic stuff that I want to add, or at least the Midgard stuff has Shadow Magic. Hold monster. So at the very least, those ones are added in. Okay. And it's added its own table to reflect that. So if I add a new shard tab and I go Dawn. Nope, not Dawn. 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 5th level. Because it's Xanathar's Guide. Spells, new. Dawn. And we want 5th level. And it should again be evocation. Oh god, this is a late stream. My eyes are going so blurry, but I wanna see if we can get this sorted just for this, at the very least. It's gonna be hell when our sorcerer wants in. 5th level evocation, 1 action. And we want a sunburst pendant. Worth at least 100 gold. I can't see what's happening on my screen. Range 60 feet. Whoops. This is what happens when I can't see my screen. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. And it should be available for like cleric, paladin. Oh, it's just cleric and wizard apparently. But I should still be able to add it to Valkyrie, so don't worry about that. Effect. This one doesn't do extra damage, this just does 48 radiant, right? 4d10 radiant damage. And then I suppose as alternate 2d10? No. That would be silly to add it like this. Do they get any conditions for being in there? I hope this is how spells are supposed to work. Oh. Whoops. This isn't how it's supposed to do it. Oh, that's the save type. Okay. So the save is Constitution. This is what happens. I just can't see. Spell active abilities. DC bonus, attack bonus. Bonuses, bonuses, bonuses. Combat. Maybe that is how you add the damage for it. I suppose it is. Fair enough. Okay, so now Dawn exists. How do I... always available? Can we just add to it? Yes. Brilliant. So we can now add our new Dawn spell. And get rid of the old table. Brilliant. So now, with that spell list updated, save. If we head back over to Rylor, and this will be the last thing I do, because my brain is shutting down. Rylor. Pick Paladin spells. You have... Okay, so you can't pick them. But if I go to the spells, there's Featherfall, there's Shield, there's Branding, but that wasn't given. Hold Person was, right? So it's added in the extra granted spells. Oh, okay. We're getting there, and it may take a while on some things, but we're getting there. This was cool. This was very, very, very cool. It's a good thing that didn't work, actually. We don't want to go to the intro screen, because the intro screen was broken. Well, that was that. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I think it's been pretty cool. Just ignore this. Up at the top here. That's for when we're playing Zelda, so that the gameplay continues in a little box in the corner of the screen. Oh, absolutely. We'll figure out some Death Knight stuff, don't you worry. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this very different stream. Let me know if you want to see more streams like this. I'm down to do them, because this 2 hours has passed unbelievably quickly. Or 2.5 hours. It was awesome having Nick from Shard actively pop into the stream. So Nick, if you're now watching the video on demand, or anyone else from Shard now watching the video on demand, thank you very much, Nick, for popping along and being awesome and providing all that help. Shard is awesome. You can find it pretty easily. It's just over at play.shardtabletop.com. I'll put it in chat as well. Just one more time, in the interest of safety and being fair, just to reiterate, this isn't official PHN standing currently. I don't know what the future holds for us in that respect. This is specifically just for me and just for my home games, but on a Wednesday I have 2 hours blocked out in the evening for me to do my streams, so I just figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do a stream, and also spend 2 hours learning this awesome new tabletop that I want to get a hold of. So it was a bit of a no-brainer for me, and I thought it would be a fun stream to test out. But let me know if you want to see more of these streams, as I say. do catch the VOD, which will be up hopefully tomorrow. If you want to see earlier parts of it, if you've missed any parts of it. If you notice any bugs or anything that we said we were going to report, do feel free to clip it and let us know that you've clipped it, and we will send that clip over to the dev team on their Discord, or you can send it yourselves. They have their own Discord that's literally just Shard Tabletop Discord. Really easily findable. They're really receptive, really open, really cool, as you saw this evening. But I have been rambling on for far too long. So, without further ado, until next time, goodbye.